Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are on a live stream and we're going to be discussing a new Amazon store. So stay tuned for that. But first, let's do a little introduction. All right, okay, we are here. Hopefully a few people are going to be joining in a second, which will be pretty good. If you can hear me, give me a little thumbs up. Give me a little yes in the comments if you can hear me. Let's see if this works yet. No, that does not work yet. No, but today we are going to be discussing new Amazon stores, and I'm going to explain more in detail a little bit later on. But I do want to get your guys' thoughts on this. So if you're watching this on the upload, make sure you leave a comment down below as you kind of get the... Oh no, I've got a notification saying that I'm live. Awesome. So let's wait for a few people to come in. Again, pretty weird time for me to go live. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. Seeing what happens. See if we can get some people in here. But when you are in here, leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Which will be quite fun. But yeah, so in terms of... No, I'm gonna wait. Only a minute in. Got a few people in here. Just say hello when you're in. I want to see who's here. Andrew, what's up? Awesome. Of course, there is quite a delay on between when I'm recording and when I can see it. But yeah, so should be a pretty interesting one today. If you've seen the title, starting a new Amazon store. Now, there are many reasons for it, and I've wrote them down. Because there's two things that I'm doing on Amazon, or I will be doing. I'm doing one thing on Amazon at the moment, but there will be two things. And there's two approaches to take, and if you saw my interview with Greg Mercer, his approach is just sell loads of random products and just make money on them, and that's a great business model, and I'm going to continue to do that. But this new Amazon store, providing everything goes well and I don't change my mind, which I could do, will be public facing. It'll be something that you guys can see, and something that I can actually share on social media, something I can share on YouTube about how it's going. But I won't be approaching it in the same way as I do for the other products, for the other Amazon store. It'll be approached in a slightly different way, and that's what I'm going to go through today with you. And just basically understand what you guys think, what are your thoughts. Because it's really twofold. It's for me, of course, to build something, but of course it's for you guys to see the back end, to see how it all works. Of course, I won't be giving away all the information. You know, to learn how to do it, there's still a course for that, but it's just going to show you actually what it's like in real life, because it's quite hard to share that. I wouldn't share that with my other Amazon store because it'll just shoot myself in the foot. Brandon, what's up? Albert, Dudis, kiss my coils. Sweet, cool. What's up? I really wish this live count thing. Oh, it is working. Awesome. That's great. We're having a good time now. We're having a good time. We've got some people on board. What time is it? Let's get rid of... Oh, let's... 3 minutes in. Cool. Mandy, what's up? Super Saber 777. So another little thing for you guys. I started looking at cars in the range of £30,000 because you can get them on finance. The monthly payments won't be too much, especially if you do like PCP loan, which is like a deferred payment, which is pretty cool. That's what my car is at the moment. And it just makes it super cheap per month. But you can get an Aston Martin Vantage. Aston Martin Vantage for like 30 grand. You can also get like a Ford Mustang. You can get, what else was there? I can't remember. But yeah, I was just looking at all these like cool cars. Can you repeat? What can I repeat? I don't know. Sam, what's up? I've got a bit of a headache today, guys. RS3, nice. I did look at the R8 as well. I don't think I'm going to buy one yet, but I just like looking. So basically, all I did, if you guys want to look at this, is great fun. Just go on Auto Trader, right? Go on Auto Trader. I typed in. Obviously, I looked at Lamborghinis. Obviously, I'd have to get a Gallardo, really. So what did I look at? Aston Martin, right? I'm just going to do this with you right now. This is crazy. I had no idea. No, not Austin. Aston Martin. And the Vantage, right? So look at this one. So if you can see that, sweet, 29,000. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Just get it wrapped in like some gunmetal grey, and that will look sick. Opinions on leasing versus buying secondhand. I don't think I would really buy secondhand. I'd rather have the money to do other stuff with. Yeah, much rather lease and get loans. I don't want to spend 30 grand up front. I'd rather spend 3 grand up front and then 600 or 800 a month for 3 years. Yeah, I do live streams. Yes, I do, Fogs. I do live streams whenever I can. Whenever I get an opportune moment to do a live stream, I will do them. It's just sometimes I can't. Just learned about Amazon FBA. Found your channel. Awesome. Got some amazing content. Can't wait to get started. Want to save up a bit. Yeah, just get started as soon as you can. That's the main thing. Get started as soon as you can. Elian? Hey, Johnny. Hello. Will I buy it through my company as a company car? Probably not. I don't know. I could do, but then I'd have to get the lease through the company. I don't know how that works. I'll look into it. I will look into it. But I also need to look into this as well, because if I put things on my YouTube channel, is it technically a marketing expense? I don't know. I don't know. So say, for example, I buy this and I go, this is really good, guys. You should go and get this. Does this then become a marketing, or does this then become an expense of the business? So that's what I need to speak to the accountant about, because I'm pretty sure there's a grey area. So if I do a video with a car saying, hey guys, Aston Martins are great, does that mean that then, I don't know. Who knows? Tackled up, TV, is all as well. Mine would be a badass motorhome. Nice. Do I live in London? No, I don't live in like central London. It's just far too expensive. I live on the kind of outskirts. Would you consider hire purchase instead of PCP so you don't have to pay a balloon payment in the end? I would consider hire purchase, yes. But with PCP, I don't want to own the car, right? Any car I have, I don't actually want to own it. The least I can pay for it, the better. So with a PCP loan, if you guys don't know what this is, it's where you have a very, very small deposit, you have small monthly payments, but at the end of your like 36-month term or whatever it is, you then have something called a balloon payment, which is like, it'll be a bulk amount, which is essentially like the money that you haven't paid, but it's just deferred to the end. So at the end of your agreement, you can either choose to pay the balloon payment and then you own the car. You can choose to basically sell the car back to the dealership, and probably at that point, you would have only paid off the depreciation on the car, unless you've done very, very low mileage compared to what your agreement was agreed with. Or you can just give it back, basically, if you don't want to pay it anymore. So, for example, in the car I've got at the moment, because I do so few miles, I will gain a little bit of money out of it at the end of my term, which is sometime this year. Get VAT back through the company car. Yeah, I should be able to do that later this year. What's up, Dan? Is it as realistic to start as little as 200 for Amazon? You can start selling on Amazon for £200, but you won't be able to do private labeling. You can do retail arbitrage, you can do a bit of wholesale, but if that's what you want to start with, then start with it and just learn how Amazon works. But if you really want to get into private labeling, you're going to need a little bit more money. You get VAT back on a van, not a car. What? Didn't know that. So here's the thing, I need to look into it. Can you do a video one day explaining how you record your videos and how you share your computer screen and what mics, etc. you use? I can explain that right now because it's nice and easy. I use a program called OBS, something you can download, it's free. And then you just link it in with your computer and you link it in with YouTube and you just create different, what they call scenes. So this scene is my live stream eyesight scene, which means it's using my eyesight camera. And it's live stream, so it's got these two things here. Then when someone subscribes, as a super chat, it comes up with the kind of cool stuff on the corner. And then I have my normal recording, so I can record my screen. You can do all sorts of stuff. But it's just, if you watch the tutorial on OBS, then it's pretty easy. Audi S4 is for sale. Nice. I'm not sure about the exact, I know an Aston Martin is kind of quite exec, but it's also a sports car. It's probably the most affordable sports car you can probably get. And still looking quite cool. I'm not sure about kind of exec. I like them. Audi I like Mercedes. Excuse me. What's up, Pop? Is Jungle Scout product tracker accurate, or do I use the 999 cart trick? I don't use the product tracker because I'm not quite convinced on its accuracy. Plus 99 cart trick is free. How much would you say is a good amount of capital to start off with? It depends what you're looking to achieve. Like you can, I've spoken with people that have done it for about £1,000. I've spoken to people that have started with £4,000. So it's really, really hard to say. It just depends on what you can afford. And then once you can decide what you can afford, you can then look at products that meet that criteria. And of course, you're not going to make £10,000 profit off a £1,000 investment. It's just not going to happen. However, if you have a £4,000 or £5,000 investment, you potentially could make that much. How do I send my order to Amazon UK? What address? Because I can't find it. You need to create a shipping plan on Seller Central, and then that will generate the address that you need to send it to. Email you. Look forward to hearing about it. I'll get to my emails at some point today. So, who wants to know about this this new Amazon store? I haven't actually made it yet, but I'm just gonna. I like to kind of talk things through with people, and I want to talk through it with you guys. But who wants to hear about this kind of new Amazon store? It's something I've been playing. I've been playing with this idea for about 2 or 3 months. So it's not something that is. I'm not like being impulsive. This is something I've been thinking about doing for a while and weighing up the pros and cons. But I've decided that I'm going to do it. Can you do a mini case study like Jungle Scout did? Maybe. How long should you roughly follow a product with a 999 cart trick before selling it? I would do at least a week. So you can have a rough idea how much they sell in a week. And then that's also if they have like restocking, you can see and all that sort of stuff. Because sales, over the space of a few days, the sales, they don't do this. Like the sales go up and down depending on customer demand. So you need to see it as long as possible. I would say at least a week. So basically, as soon as you find the product, get the 999 cart trick, or do what I do and use the Chrome extension and Specty so that it automatically does it every day for you, and then you just download the report. And then, as you're doing your negotiations, you're doing all the stuff that you would be doing anyway, you're monitoring the stock, and then you can go back to it. That's why we're here. I know. Okay, cool. Let me bring up my notes. So I want your feedback back on this. So the people that are watching, I want all of you to kind of get a bit of feedback, see what you think. So, new Amazon store. What I've done on my Amazon store at the moment is just kind of release products that are, profitable, something that can make you money. Not tremendously invested in them as products because they're just not things that I can get excited about. Okay, but lots of people ask me and want to see what it's like to actually launch a product. And there's a very good reason why people don't show it on YouTube, because honestly it would screw them over, because there's lots of people that just do silly things and would go onto the listing and leave bad reviews and and stuff like that. It's just quite annoying, and particularly copy you. So if it was a product that was low competition, high sales and stuff like that, if I started documenting me doing it, other people will copy me. And it's not beneficial for anyone. It's not beneficial for me, because then I'm documenting exactly what I'm doing for that other person to copy, and then it looks like it doesn't work. That other person then is competing with me, and I'll just spend more on PPC, and their product won't be as successful because they're using the same things as me, and it might be multiple people. So that's why people don't do that on YouTube. They don't give away their products. They don't give away their seller accounts, because it's not worth it for them. It's not worth the amount of exposure they'd get from YouTube and stuff like that in exchange for the dip in sales from the extra competition because of all the people seeing it. So that's why I'm going to keep that other account separate and secret. Okay, that's why I'm doing that, and that's why I don't really share that much information on it, because you can actually find out a lot of information from just figures. So that's why I don't share a lot of information on that. But it's not that I don't want to as such, because I want to share. I want to show you the successes and the kind of when things don't go as planned and stuff like that. But I can't show you. So over the past few months, I've been thinking, I want to start up another store, and it originally started as to do the same thing, to launch products, but be able to show it to you guys. But the disadvantages for that they outweigh the advantages, okay? So I went back to the drawing board, looked at how else I could do it. So what I've landed on now is that I'm going to be building a brand that is that will start on Amazon, but eventually I will take off of Amazon and get fulfilled some other way. But build a brand that is something I'm passionate about, something that has longevity, something that represents what my beliefs and things like that. Show it on YouTube, and there will be different criteria for the product. It won't be, you know, sell 10 sales a day and stuff like that. It's going to be different criteria because it's going to be a long game. So it's not going to be like all the other products that I would try and sell. It's going to be a little bit different to that. They might be slightly more competitive. They might, then this is the thing, because they're going to be a little bit more competitive, I need more investment up front to be able to put into it. So that's one of the decisions. There'll be more money into marketing, and that's why I will talk about it in YouTube. I'll have websites for it. I'll have all this other stuff. So it's going to be much more of building a brand, a lasting brand for the long term. And hopefully it's something that you'll all love as well. So that's the plan, at least. Of course, there'll be some things I can't show while doing that. But for example, getting my samples, then like I've ordered a sample today. I've had it, well, I had it delivered today, and it's, you know, not from Alibaba. I just bought some stuff that I wanted to have a look at. But once I do start getting all the samples in terms of the branded samples and all that sort of stuff, it's something that I'll document to actually show you. Once, you know, I go to do a photo shoot, I'll explain and I'll show you the process of doing the photo shoot. When it comes to launch, I will document the process of launching, and it's something that I will actually show on YouTube and use YouTube, honestly, as a platform to sell more products. So what do you guys think about that? I've got a massive headache as well, guys. Very, very bad headache right now. Am I using DHgate or Alibaba? Alibaba. Is that okay if I'm doing private company? I don't know what the last question was. Yeah, private company, yeah. We've got long-term goals, 10 years time. I have no idea. No idea. No, I'm not using DHgate now. We will support awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So of course there are things I don't want to explain exactly what I'm doing right now until I have a little bit more to show you. But there will be, what can I say? It's going to tie in with my personal brand. It's going to tie in with my personal brand. So I need to think harder about what I can say without giving away too much information. It'll be for another video, maybe. Why would I take it off of Amazon? Because at a certain point, if it builds notoriety, if it builds success, then I'm going to want to get that fulfilled myself, because it will be cheaper. As in, it wouldn't be a case of I would stop selling on Amazon. The process would be you sell on Amazon to build sales. Some of them will come organically and through PPC, and then they'll also come through external marketing through creating a Shopify store, and then drop shipping. So this is something that you might not be aware that you can do. But if you have Amazon products and you create a Shopify store, you can, when customer buys on Shopify, you can drop ship from your Amazon store. So that will be the kind of second stage. The first stage is on Amazon, drive traffic to Amazon. Second stage is create a Shopify store and have traffic driven to the Shopify store, and you drop ship from Amazon. The third stage is when you have your Shopify store and you still have your Amazon store going to get the organic sales, but you have maybe a different fulfillment method where it's not coming in like an Amazon box and stuff like that. And that's when you can own the process yourself, you can own the returns, and that's when it becomes a bigger business. But that could potentially never happen. It could be a long time in the future, but it's something that you could potentially do, and you'd be able to save on costs as well. Yeah, Sam, good idea. Yeah, not many people will be able to jump on the products and compete with the capital and marketing strategy. And that is one of the big things. That's one of the big things. If I started small products that everyone else can start, that would be the concern, is other people can just jump on them and compete with me, basically, on the exact same strategies that I'm showing people. Whereas if I start something that's more competitive and more brand driven and more driven by my personal brand and the people that I will enlist to help me, then it's less about the product being the same or anything like that. It's more about the brand, and that's the real thing I'm going for. Do I use Spock to sell stuff? No. So why would you have? So would you have your own storage then? Yeah, you would have a fulfillment center. You would have warehouses and stuff like that. That's only if it gets to the stage where it's big. I don't see that happening in any time in the future. But that would be the third stage. So it's use Amazon as a sales platform, use Amazon and Shopify as a sales platform, and then eventually you take ownership of the entire process. But there's a tipping point where it becomes best to do that. But then at the beginning, it's not worth it. There's not enough capital to be able to hire people to do it. There's not enough capital to own the whole process. I would buy your shirts. Could be a shirt, you never know. But it's more about. I'm excited to show you. I'm having designs done right now as we speak, and it's something that I want to be proud of. So it may take a few months to develop, and it's even like I'm even going to the point where if the manufacturing is being done, I would probably start manufacturing quite locally, or have a few units myself. But then, say for example, I move manufacturing to China or whatever, or it starts there. It'd be quite cool if I can go to China and visit the factory and document it for you guys, because I know there's benefits of doing that. I know people that do that, and you get better relations with your manufacturers. You get better deals. It'd be cool to see on YouTube as well, like going to the Chinese factory. That's what I'm talking about. It's not a case of, oh, here's my PPC strategy. It's a case of this is how you actually start a company and how you build a brand. Opinions on AMZ Scout? Rubbish, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not very good. Right, I'm going to go in a second, guys. I absolutely got a huge, ginormous headache. I'm really struggling. So I'm going to go in a couple of minutes, get some paracetamol, ibuprofen, and just relax. Just relax for a bit. But yeah, hopefully it's a cool idea. Hopefully you guys will like that. Don't expect anything like super soon, because again, it's going to take time to build everything necessary to make it happen, to get the samples. But I'm going to start recording what I'm doing, and then at a point where I'm feeling happy to share it, then I'll start sharing it through YouTube, so you can see the process kind of start to finish. But yeah, don't expect anything right away. It will happen though in the future, and it's it may not make loads of money. Let's just put it out there. It may not make loads of money, but at the same time it could. And also, to make you aware, guys, that's not going to detract from the other Amazon store. I still want to continue to build that in the same way that I've said that I will this year. So I'm currently looking for products to sell on that store as well. Would you recommend starting private label in Amazon Germany? Yeah, absolutely. Right, guys, that's it. I hope you had a good day today. We're just going to round it off now. One of my shorter live streams, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure, of course, guys, if you're watching on the upload, leave any comments down below with what you think. And, of course, smash the like button, guys, if you would like this video and you want to see this happen. This last little comment. I've been to China a few times with a previous business. It's a big place. I can tell you where it's best. Awesome. I will once I do that, then I would love to hear the good places to go. But I really do want to do that and kind of film the whole process. Have an awesome Sunday, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you on tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.